Every time there's an opportunity where she feels the way that she feels, instead of reassuring her, he doesn't. He makes it about himself. He thinks about himself. And that just shows that this man does not care about her the way he's pretending to. Because when you care about somebody and something like that happens, your main concern is whether that person is okay, what that person is thinking, and you just don't want that person to feel hurt. But he didn't even care about that. In order for him to go and pull Liberty, he had to hear it from Toby. He had to hear from Toby. Toby had to say to him there and then, that is not what you should be worrying about. This is not where your focus should be. Your focus should be about Lib. You and Lib. It doesn't matter who said what. And it took Toby, and this shows how much Toby has grown. It took Toby to tell him that his priorities are out of whack. Hey sarsaparillas, it's your girl Sassy J, and I am back with another video. Yes guys, it's time for another Love Island review. Yes, we've been waiting since Friday night because they left us on a cliffhanger. Yeah, they left us with a whole situation where Jake finally told Liberty that he loved her. Oops, let's pull that up. Liberty finally forced Jake into a corner and get him to say I love you. That's really what it is. Yes, yes, yes. He wasn't even sweating. It's just like, you could tell that the guy was under pressure. Under pressure. Yes, she's down on him to say I love you, babe. Under pressure. But anyways, guys, before I go any further, please do the do's. Click like, comment, and share. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe and click that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Guys, I am so sad to think that Love Island, the last episode would be on the 23rd. That's Monday, right? What will I do? How will I cope? Okay, let me stop with the DDD, okay? Let me stop with the DDD, no drama. But yes, guys, let's take it back to Friday night, just for a minute, okay? So Friday night, Jake came out and he said, I love you to Liberty. But it wasn't as easy sailing as you would want or you would expect a boyfriend to tell his girlfriend. He was literally pushed in a corner. It was literally forced, given an ultimatum. He was literally left with not much choice but to lie through his teeth to say he loved her. I say lie because I don't think he loves her. I don't think he does. I think he's playing a game, but hey, that's just my opinion. Okay, that's just my opinion. Okay, so tonight, guys, we see where Liberty comes and she pulls all the girls because she's so excited and she wants to tell them the good news of what Jake did, and she just called all the girls and she sat them down by the fire pit. We all know the fire pit. When you have a conversation next to the fire pit, it always ends in a disaster. I don't know why, but it always does. Whether it's Faye screaming or it's somebody getting dumped from the island or Liberty being told that Jake is a liar, but it always happens. Always bad news next to the fire pit. It always is. Don't believe me? Go look at the past episodes. That's all I'm saying, okay? So Liberty, she started to tell the girls exactly what happened. Well, not exactly what happened. She kind of left some of the important bits of how she literally backed him in the corner and let him, the girls have to guess that on their own. But she told them the big picture. I went in there like a boss, a woman, and I said what I said. And then he went, I love you too. Guys, did you see Chloe's face? Chloe's face was just like, I need to find that. I'm going to go look for a photo of that. Because she was like, what? And actually, you know what? I felt sorry. That was such an awkward moment. I felt so sorry for Liberty in that moment because here she is over the moon, happy, and she's happy to share this news because she's happy to have heard this guy that she's told over 4 weeks ago that she was in love with. It's finally saying that he loves her too, and to be sharing that with the girls, it's an exciting moment. And then for them to be like, and you don't think that he's just saying it because you want to hear that? And her face, she was just like, is that what y'all thinking? Is that what you all think? You know what I'm saying? So I felt bad for her. But you know what? I am glad that Chloe said what she said, because I feel like the other girls, they don't want to hurt her feelings. I know that for me, I could have kind of predicted that Chloe was going to say something and Faye was going to say something. And you know what? I got to take my hats off to Faye. She didn't want to go in and be like too over the top in the conversation. So she took herself away from that. And I gotta say, that shows a little bit of growth, because coming from Faye and how loudmouth Faith is and how Faye can be and how she likes to jump into situations and get all fiery, I felt like that was a positive thing. I've got to give her the credit when, you know, when she actually deserves it. That was a positive thing. I think her taking away herself from the situation as peaceful and calmly as possible, I think that was a good move. And Chloe following behind her, I think, you know what, I don't think Chloe would have left if Faye hadn't, but I appreciated that Chloe spoke her mind and she was being a good friend. She was being a genuine friend, because I felt like the other girls wouldn't have been so vocal about it. I feel like they would have been like, okay, and they would have been feeling all these things but not actually come out and say it to her, because they wouldn't want to hurt her feelings. Because I can see where Kaz was trying to say it but not trying to put it out there, and I guess it's a sensitive situation, especially when you have such a friendship, because Kaz and Liberty are very close. So obviously there must be some pressure on her to like deliver this message in a way where, you know, you get her to understand that this, you know, this might not be a genuine thing, but at the same time, she wants to do it in a way where she's protecting her friend's feelings and she's being sensitive about the whole situation. So I respect that as well. But I'm being honest, I love that Chloe stood up and said what she said, because it needed to be heard. And when I first saw the preview of it, I thought to myself, oh my God, is Liberty gonna have a go at them? Or is she going to listen to what they have to say? And I've always considered Liberty as like a girl's girl. So in the back of my head, I'm thinking to myself, okay, she's going to listen and hopefully it will open her eyes. But as we can see, did she listen? Was her eyes opened? I'm not quite sure about that bit. I feel like when you're in love with somebody and you have certain emotions with somebody, it really gets to the point where sometimes you do not want to see the obvious, the thing that's right in front of you. And that's why sometimes we get hurt, because we see the red flags, we smell them, we sense them, we feel the red flags and the signs knocking us over the head with something. But guess what? We don't want to see it. You know, we don't want to see it, we don't want to feel it, we don't want to smell it. So we see it and avoid it. And I think this is the situation that Liberty has found herself in. I know deep down, because of comments and stuff that she said in the past, that she feels and she knows there's something that is not right. I know this. But will she actually act on it? No, she won't. She won't act on it because she doesn't want to admit it to herself. And the thing is, whether you accept it now and admit it now or later, realistically, you're going to have to deal with it at some point. It's not going to go away just because you try not to think about it. Or because you try to pretend that it doesn't there. If the problem is there, the problem is going to be there until you sort the problem. So I don't know. So it's quite clear though from tonight's episode that she is just willing to forget the whole thing with the girls and just focus on Jake, which I am not surprised about. But you know what? Another thing that I'm not surprised about at all, but I think this means so much, and this just cements all the emotions and all the feelings that I have towards Jake, you know, and Jake not being genuine, is the fact that when Toby spoke to him, when Toby went and spoke to him about the situation, what other people was thinking, right? For somebody to say to you, listen, people are saying, and they're saying it to Liberty, that they don't think that you love her. And they don't think that you're being genuine. And they think that you only said you love her because you're put into a situation and pushed into a corner. And your first instincts, your first thing on your mind was you want to know who said it. You want to get out of there. You don't want to stay in the place. Who said it? That's what you cared about. Your natural instinct, if you love somebody and somebody told them that, your natural instinct to go and reassure that person. he should have gone to reassure that person. And do you know what? I've seen it time and time where he doesn't reassure her. And when they had the movie night as well, when that situation happened where they played the clip where he was saying that he wasn't sexually attracted to her and she wasn't the kind of girl that he would go for, right there in that moment, as her boyfriend, he should have gone over. He should have gotten up from where he was sitting and gone over there, hugged her, kissed her, and reassured her to say, babe, I find you attractive. I think you're sexy and I love you. I said that, and that's what it was. When I first met you, we were building something, but now I'm head over heels. I love you. You're the perfect person for me. I love your body, and tell her stuff that you love about her. And you know what? I think that was at that moment that Chloe herself kind of thought to herself, maybe he's not genuine. And I think the reason why she said that, she felt at that moment Jake should have gotten up and gone to reassure Liberty. And he really should have. He really should have. Just like tonight, he should have as well. He really should have. But every time there's an opportunity where she feels the way that she feels, instead of reassuring her, he doesn't. He makes it about himself. He thinks about himself. And that just shows that this man does not care about her the way he's pretending to. Because when you care about somebody and something like that happens, your main concern is whether that person is okay, what that person is thinking, and you just don't want that person to feel hurt. But he didn't even care about that. In order for him to go and pull Liberty, he had to hear it from Toby. He had to hear from Toby. Toby had to say to him there and then, that is not what you should be worrying about. This is not where your focus should be. Your focus should be about Lib. You and Lib. It doesn't matter who said what. You know, and it took Toby, and this shows how much Toby has grown. It took Toby to tell him that his priorities are out of whack. If that doesn't say everything, guys, that's all right. So for me, I definitely, with the whole situation now of them having to choose the least compatible couple, I'm right there with them. I love Liberty, but I think at this moment in time, I think she needs to come out of there and be able to watch this show and see for herself what we as the public is seeing, and the reason why we look at Jake in the way that we're looking at Jake, and the reason why we feel that Jake is not the right person for her. I kind of need her to see this before she gets any more committed than she actually is right now. And that's the reason. And you know what? It's a shame. I wish that somebody else was in there for Liberty, because I feel like Liberty, she would have won this. She would have won this. She could have won this. But Jake is just not the right person for her to win it with. And the thing is, and the reason why I say, for me, I kind of want Liberty and Jake to go, only for the fact that I know that if Liberty was to stay, she's going to stay with Jake. And even if Jake, it was a situation where Liberty was staying and Jake was leaving, I think realistically, she probably would have gone with Jake. Or even if she did stay, she wouldn't have gone with anybody else. So it's kind of like, I think it's the best time for them to come out now. Maybe she needs to hear from her friends and from her family, you know, that's actually watching the show. Maybe that will kind of get her out of this love spellbound situation that she's currently in with Jake. And maybe that will kind of open her eyes a bit more as well. But guys, what do you think about the couples that were voted the least compatible? For me, I think Priya. Do you know what? I was watching it and I said to myself, when Priya asked Brett what was his ideal date or something of the sort, and he kept talking about walking and marathon and walking, I'm just like, dude, I'm not being funny. I got bored. I almost fell asleep watching Love Island for the first time in a while. I was just like, is he done? Is he done? Are you done? Because ain't nobody's gonna go on a walking marathon with you on a first date. I am sorry. We're walking to the date, we're walking back from the date, or we're jogging to the date, and he's just going on and on and on, and it was boring for her. And I could see this before she even said it. I literally thought to myself, remember to say Priya thinks Brett is boring. And then I heard her say, guys, I'm so bored. And I was just like, see, I'm good at this. I'm good at this. I'm good at this. He's literally, I could tell from her face expressions, she was just sat there kind of thinking, yeah, okay. Oh, okay. Do you know what I'm saying? You could tell that she was bored. And you know what? It happens. Sometimes you think you're going to be compatible with somebody, and then you start to get to know them, and then it just goes sideways. And that's the thing. It's not all about looks. Because you might look at somebody and think, oh, he's so nice and I'm attracted to him. But when you start to get to know somebody, whether it's him or her, when you start to get to know somebody, you realize, you know, this person, we just do not vibe, you know, we're not compatible, you know. And the funny thing is, Priya could not choose a worse time. Priya, the moment she said it, Love Island, you guys are wrong for that. The moment poor Priya said, he's boring, if I was on the outside, I would have left this date. The text came in within minutes. Choose the least compatible couple. Listen, I know for a fact in herself, she's probably thinking, damn it, why did I say that out loud? Because they're definitely going to choose me, which explains why she got 5 votes. Do you know what? Maybe she would have gotten it anyways. I don't know, but it was a bad timing. It was really bad time. But you know what? The funny thing is, we don't know what Brett is feeling. Maybe Brett thinks she's boring as well. You just never know. Maybe he thinks she's boring as well. But it's clear that she's basically making that clear to everybody else. I'm bored here. I don't know what's going on. This is just not what I want right now. So I understand that and I respect it. But Mary, I just felt like Mary is such a gossiper. Mary could not even let the forks hit the plate before she goes and shares the gossip with Aaron. Like, you did not need to tell Aaron that right there and then. You could have waited in bed talk or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? But Mary, I think Mary cannot talk because I was saying this in a few episodes ago. Do you remember that episode where she sat Dale down and friend zoned him because she said he was moving too quickly? Right. So I remember I said to you guys, I wanted to see how quickly she would move forward with Aaron. And guys, I'm just like, it's just so clear that she wasn't that into Dale because she said Dale was moving quickly, but she fell so much in love, head over heels, with Aaron. I don't, well, do you know what? I'm not going to say it's love. It might be lust because he's beautiful. Maybe that's what it is. She's beautiful as well. So maybe that's what it is. But I'm just thinking when you're into somebody, you react differently to their affection and their attention that they give to you than when you're not actually interested in them. So I think that's what happened to Mary. But guys, for me, I'm going to be honest with you, right? And I can't believe I'm actually saying this. But if I was to vote to save somebody tonight, it would be Teddy. Yes, I would save Teddy and Faye. I know Faye is like her banshee when she's ready. She screams, she shouts, she let it all out. You know, scream and shout and let it all out. She screams and shout and let it out. Oh. Anyways, guys, so yes, I know that she needs anger management, and as I said before, time and time, she needs therapy, not a relationship. But you know what? I cannot say, and you know, in one sense, actually, one could say they're not compatible in a sense where they're completely opposite people, and she needs anger management, and she's all over the place, and Teddy's more calm. You could really say that they're not compatible. But, you know, for me, opposites can attract. And they do attract. I think if she didn't have all the stuff that she was going through now, if she wasn't a bit damaged emotionally, then I think that they would be the perfect kind of couple. If she has the therapy that she needs and she comes back from that, I think they are compatible when you look at it like that. But even still, like at the moment, obviously, they might not be the best for each other. But like I said, it's not that Teddy's not the best person for her. It's just that I don't think there's anyone for her right now apart from a therapist. But like I said, I would save them because I think they're more compatible than the other people. And even though Faye has a very angry mouth, right, and a very angry, aggressive personality, I gotta be fair. What she has for Teddy is genuine. And what Teddy has for her is genuine. Which I cannot say the same for Liberty and Jake. I feel like what Liberty feels for Jake is genuine. But what Jake feels for Liberty is not genuine. So for me, therefore they're not compatible. I think Jake is pretending like they're compatible. And he wants people to think they're compatible, including us on the outside. But we know better, right? We know better. I'm hoping that we know better, right? Okay. Mary and Aaron, I think Mary and Aaron, we haven't really seen much of Mary and Aaron. I think realistically, I wouldn't miss them if they went. I wouldn't miss them if they went, to be honest with you. I can't see them lasting. I think at the moment they're just lusting at each other. I don't think there's any real genuine connection going on with them, if I have to be completely honest. But then again, we haven't really seen much camera time of them. And I said this in my last my last video, we're not seeing them like that. We're not seeing any chemistry with them, but that's probably because we're not seeing them on screen as much. Priya, obviously, we know what Priya and Brett, they're not compatible one bit. So for me, yeah, I feel like I would have preferred to have those three people as the least compatible, and that's Liberty and Jake, Mary and Aaron, and Priya and Brett. I would have taken out Faye and Teddy out of that mix, but I understand why they're in there because it's justifiable. You know, it's justifiable. But yes, guys, let's see. I was hoping that it was going to be at least 2 couples coming out, because obviously they're going to start winding it down now, because we've only really got a week before it ends. So I'm sure they're going to start taking out a lot of different couples all at one go, to have like the last few couples in there for the final. And that's why I was thinking to myself, this dumping would probably be a double dumping, but they haven't mentioned anything about it. So I don't know. I think it's easy. I think it's easy for Brett and Priya to go, or Mary and Aaron to go. And I know they're not compatible, those 2 couples, but I really want, and I can't believe I'm saying this because I love Liberty, but I would prefer if Liberty and Jake came out. Only because I feel like Jake he's gonna make this thing toxic, and I feel like he is literally going to ruin Liberty's, like, I feel like he's just gonna ruin everything for her. I feel like he's gonna take away a lot. Her confidence already gone downhill because she wasn't a very confident person to begin with, and I think with all this situation, it's gonna make it worse. And I really don't think that he's good for her, and I feel like I want her family to get involved, and I want her friends to get involved, and I think maybe she heard it from them to say, you know what, this is what we think of him. Maybe just step back and have a look in properly and see. You know, I'm hoping, because I just don't think he's genuine. I don't want to see her get hurt, and if her coming out now and seeing what we're seeing will help her and will save her potentially from getting hurt like that, I think we should just take her out. But I do love Liberty, and it is hard. I wanted to win. I wanted her to win, but just not with Jake, because he's not deserving of it one bit. He's using her. She deserves much better. Much, much better. And you know what, guys? Jake, I don't know what Jake thinks. I think Jake wanted the housemates to kind of just run out and try to stop him from going. He goes and sit outside like he was planning to go anywhere. Come on, Jake. We know you ain't leaving. You won that 50K, babe. Don't even acting like. Stop. We know you ain't leaving. Taking your shirt off, we're taking your shirt off for? What, because you're hot under the collar? You're getting hot because people find out the true Jake? Is that what it is? Is that what it is, Jake? Jake, you know you weren't going anywhere. Jake weren't going anywhere, guys. He's huffing and puffing. I gotta get out of this place. You're not going anywhere. Sit down. Calm down. Have some ice water. Jeez, chill out. She's gonna take you back anyways. Duh. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think about tonight's episode. Let me know if you think they've chosen the right 4 couples. What do you think, if you had to choose, whether you'd change anything about that, if you would have put in somebody else into that mix? Would you have chosen Kaz and Tyler? I think Kaz and Tyler are fine for now. Would you have chosen Chloe and Toby, or Millie and Liam? Do you know what, guys? I gotta say, Millie and Liam, I feel like they have a good chance of winning this. I feel like they have a good chance of winning this, because you know what? Everyone is saying how loved up they are, and you could see they are so into each other. They're so into each other. Like I said, do you know what? I really do believe that he just made a stupid mistake, thinking with the wrong brain. The wrong brain. You know the brain. You know the brain. He was thinking with the wrong brain at Castor Moore, and I think he's finally got it together. And you know what? Maybe I'm starting to root for them a little bit. You know, it's not coming easy, because I was a bit hurt. You know, I got hurt as well, because I invested in them as well. So I got a bit hurt when he did what he did. I got hurt. But now I'm kind of thinking, you know what? I believe in them. I believe they have a good chance of winning. And so does Chloe and Toby. And you know what? I could tell that Toby was not happy with the decision. He was rooting for Libby and he was rooting for Libby and Jake. And you could tell that's probably the reason why he sat Jake down and spoke to Jake, because you could tell that he wasn't happy with the situation, because he genuinely believes that Jake has feelings. But I think that is just Toby being a little bit naive because he's just thinking there's no way anyone could fake something for that long. No way someone could fake love for that long. But hey, have you met a narcissist? Just saying. Just saying. But anyways, guys, let's see what happens tomorrow. Let's see who will leave. Let's vote to save the person you want to stay, guys. For me, it's Team Fetty. What about you? Let me know. Comment down below. Let me know. But anyways, guys, I've come to the end of my videos. Please don't forget to like, comment, and share. And if you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm here to welcome you with open arms, guys. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button before you leave. Become a part of the Sarsaparilla family. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I appreciate you all. And thank you to all my OGs. Thank you for being there. Thank you for supporting me. Guys, next week is my birthday. Wait, it's not next week. It's the 19th. It's on Thursday. 4 days. Oh my God. Happy birthday. But yes, guys, I will see y'all in tomorrow's show. But for now, keep it sassy-licious.